You know anything about that fight that Tupac and Treach had with the Rolling 60's? You know anything about that?
I heard about it. You know what I mean? And shout out to my man. What's my man name? Papa LQ. You know what I mean? I forget what's his Instagram page. A Muslim brother, Papa LQ. He's from Rolling 60 Crips. He actually has something to do with that to be able to mediate between Pac and the Rolling 60s because what happened, I don't even think it was a real fight like how people saying it was a fight. You know, Pac said that it was, because Tretch back in the day, even though he's from Jersey, he used to always wear khakis. Khakis is a West Coast thing. You know what I mean? So some dudes from the Rolling 60s rolled up on him like, what's up with these khakis? Like, are you banging or you representing the set? And they kind of, Tretch and them kind of got into it, but he was outnumbered, so he had the bell. You know what I mean? And Pac stayed, but because Pac was with Tretch, word on the streets is that when they see Pac, this is what Pac, I heard him say this out of his mouth. Words on the street is that the Rolling 60s, if they see Pac, it's on sight. So when Pac heard of that, he went by himself, he said, but now Papa LQ, I remember he mentioned something to me about that. He was able to help mediate. No, I think he said in the interview, matter of fact, that he was able to help mediate it because he knew Pac. He was always on tour with Pac and Digital Underground. And he said Pac called him one day and was like, look, I need to come to your hood and I need to holler at these people that's saying this and this and that. So Pac came by himself. You know, he pulled up in the Rolling 60 hood. He met with a whole bunch of Rolling 60 Crip dudes. And they respected him. They said, bro, we respect you. You came by yourself. You know what I mean? You basically like, if there's a problem, I'm here. How can we settle it? You know what I mean? And they respected him for that. But it wasn't a fight like I said, like some people saying it was a brawl. No, Papa LQ, you know what I mean? Maybe that's the next interview you get with Papa LQ. I don't know if you remember him. He had a couple hits back in the day. I think he was signed to Rap A Lot Records.
I don't know if you heard about this, man, but Ice Cube, some years ago, he did an interview where he said that Tupac, he went too far and would hit him up. What you think about that?
Yeah. He definitely was. He definitely went wild. But I think a lot of people feel that about Hit 'Em Up. You know what I mean? But they have to understand when diss records was diss records. You know what I mean? Usually the diss records that win is the one that goes, Pac, one thing people have to realize too, Pac, now I can look back at it. Would I agree with the lyrics that Hit 'Em Up? No. Because what? You know, I'm 45 years old, I'm Muslim now, and I look at it different. But Pac, he was an individual who was very passionate, personally. You know what I mean? So when Pac angry at you, he gonna try to hit you where it hurt. You know what I mean? And that's what he did with Hit 'Em Up. He probably was like, I'm gonna make it where this dude know how angry I am by putting these lyrics out where there's, he disrespected him. That's what a diss record mean, disrespect record. You know what I mean? I can look at it now and say, and even Pac, we don't know if Pac was around now. You know, it's 50-something, 60 years old. He probably would not agree with his lyrics, you know what I mean? But back then, when you're in the heat and the midst of everything, these things, that's part of the game. You know what I mean? Part of the game.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But for me, it sounds a little hypocritical, yo. Like you being Ice Cube and you the one that made No
Yeah,
Vaseline.
yeah. Yeah. Unless he doing it from an older Ice Cube mentality. Like if he said it recently, then like you gotta understand, because when people get older, they become wiser. They should. You know what I mean? Like he got kids now his kids now is probably the age of Pac when Pac passed away. You know what I mean? So we sometimes do stuff at our early age, teenage or early 20s, that when we become older, we don't agree with. You know what I mean? So he probably looking at it from the Ice Cube that's the Ice Cube now.